it has been and always will be my philosophy to start and end concerts with music. That is the reason we are here. So, I didn't talk to you right at the start. I'm the new guy in town. Hi. I am Mr. Colt Lean. Good to see you all of those that are here because they are playing with us and playing for me and singing for me. But good to virtually see the rest of you. That first piece was Walking in Love, Lynn Shaw Bailey piece, great female composer that is really underrated. She's one of my favorites. And it's a great concert opener. This next one will be Requiem, originally written by Eliza Gilkinson, and was a two-part arrangement for just herself and her mother. She originally wrote this specific Requiem to serve as a memoriam to those that were lost in a 2004 Asian tsunami that destroyed a lot of homes and families on the eastern coast. And now this arrangement by Craig Hellett Johnson was written for choir specifically after he heard that arrangement by Eliza Gilkinson and decided, I really need to write this for a choir. I need to set this to voices so that young people can sing this and sing it proudly and sing it well. So this next piece is Requiem and was then dedicated after he wrote it to those that were lost in Hurricane Katrina and those in future lives, or in future times that have lives lost to natural disaster. So again, this is Requiem, Craig Hellett Johnson, and then after that we will be singing and finishing the choir set of this concert with Give Me Your Tired, Your Poor, originally by Irving Berlin, and this one is by David Chase. Thank you.
conquering limbs astride from land to land. Here at our sea-washed sunset gates shall stand a mighty woman with a torch, whose flame is the imprisoned lightning, and her name, Mother of Exiles. From her beacon hand blows worldwide welcome. Her mild eyes command the air-bridged harbor that twin cities frame. Keep, ancient lands, your storied pomp, cries she with silent lips. Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses, yearning to breathe free, the wretched refuse of your teeming shore.
While we're doing a bit of a change here, I will give a tiny bit of distraction so that you don't notice all of the chaos going on behind us. But just as a formal introduction, since I haven't met most of you, I am called Liam. It's nice to meet you. Obviously, I'm the new guy here, so new face in town. Just want you to know a little bit about me. I am originally born in Minnesota, but raised in Wisconsin, a small town in western Wisconsin by the name of Grantsburg. Even though I was raised there since I was 4 years old, I'm still a Vikings fan. I hope that's good for some of you, and for the rest of you, well, I don't care, I guess. No, that's all right. But after I was born in Minnesota and raised in Wisconsin, I went off to Minnesota again, to Concordia College in Moorhead, Minnesota. Stayed there for 4 years and had a lot of fun learning how to really become a musician and not just be up here waving my arms, doing a bunch of silly stuff. But overall, great time. Had a lot of fun working with honor choirs and all-state choirs and my own church choir gig. And really had a lot of good times there that taught me, one, patience with children. That's a great virtue. And two, how to just have fun being a musician and how to work with musicians of all ages. So, if they're almost done making chaos back there, I guess I'll keep distracting a little bit longer. While we're making this change, I want to take the time to thank specifically Mrs. Kathy Hay for all of the work that she has done. She is incredible. I could not do this without her. Everybody needs a Kathy Hay in their life. She is always here when I need her to accompany, or if I need her to just take over for a couple minutes because I need to run and go do something else, like get my flu shot today, which is what I did. And she just kind of took over gladly for the band and warmed them up. She really has been a blessing in my life, and I'm glad that she is here for every minute of the way. And hopefully she's here for all of the rest of the time that I'm here as well, so that I never have to go a day thinking that I have to rely solely on myself. Great. Now that we're done making chaos, I will stop talking and we'll get into our music. These first couple pieces, I really hope you like. The first one is Accolade by Mark Lortz, really young composer, but a great composer. Next one will be Beginning Anew by John Pasternak, also a young composer, but very, very good at his field. And then eventually we will close with Triumphant Overture. But here is Accolade. pretty nice. It's not so bad. Worked a lot of hard jobs earlier in my life, a lot of labor jobs, and the worst of them being drywall. Had a lot of fun doing it, but it was also incredibly difficult. I still sweat just about as much in this job, and my kids know that, but it's far less manually intensive. Much more psychologically intensive, though, dealing with all of these little munchkins. All right, I guess they're okay. I kid. Before we close the concert, I just want to say thank you for not showing up, I guess. Since you're not here, it means that at least we're staying safe. So obviously this is not the conventional concert that we're used to. Not any of us are used to it. But just like I mentioned to all of my kids when we realized that this would be a virtual concert instead, I said to all of them that I'm not sure a single one of you in here was actually here to be on stage performing in front of hundreds of people. I'm not sure that's why any of us joined band or choir. And instead, really we're here for the rehearsal. We're here for the bonds that we create with other people and the music that we get to make and just the daily rehearsal process. That is why we are here. So, to close our concert, this is Triumphant Overture. Ted Missang wrote this piece. It's a very old piece, published back in, I think, the 40s, maybe the 50s. But if any of your children show you these pieces of paper when they bring home their instruments and practice like they do every weekend, I'm sure, right, band? Yes, yes. The paper is quite old and quite yellow. Once again, this is Triumphant Overture. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting the arts. Thank you for being welcoming to myself and to all of us in this community.